I want to give a big shout out to our sponsors, Paragon Honda in Queens, New York. If you're on the East Coast and you're looking for a great deal, go see Paragon, ask for Brian Spenstock, tell them I sent you. They're going to treat you like family.
You ready? Ready when you walk.
Hello guys, I have Billy Carson right here. He is a multifaceted entrepreneur, author, the expert of ancient civilization, science, and spirituality. Please welcome Billy Carson.
Thank you. Good to be here.
So, Billy, I want to ask you one of these questions.
Yeah.
Is there like any TV shows or any movies that is sort of similar to what you do?
Well, you have Ancient Aliens is a show. I've been on Ancient Aliens before. There are quite a few shows on several networks. On Gaia, which is another streaming TV network. I've been on Ancient Civilizations on that show. I've been in some of the technology shows because I also do technology and science. So I've been in deep space on that network. On the Travel Channel, I've been on America's Greatest Mysteries, which goes into some conspiracies and a little bit of ancient civilizations and just mysteries that, you know, make people scratch their head. Paranormal activity, people disappearing, all those kind of topics, you know. And recently, I've been on a new series that I'm filming that's on the History Channel with Lawrence Fishburne, and it's called History's Greatest Mysteries. And so we're again covering some of these fringe topics like the Yeti, the snow, you know, the abominable snowman, or we're talking about just various different topics that make people really want to scratch their head. You know, the Moai of Easter Island and the mystery behind that. So there's a lot of shows out there, you know. I've probably been on over 300 of them already. Yeah.
You know, like what your type of stuff kind of reminds me of? Have you heard of Pokemon?
Pokemon, yeah.
Yes. So, do you know too much about the Pokemon history?
You know, it's I don't really know a lot about the Pokemon history. I know that there's a cartoon and there's cards, and this based on mythological creatures.
Yes.
Yeah, that's about my maximum knowledge of the Pokemon.
Yes. So some of the Pokemon, they're like some of the ancient history stuff.
Yeah.
With Pokemon, the history of Pokemon, there's a lore with these Pokemon called unknowns. All of them have unique words.
Okay.
And the Pokemon archaeologist has to like transcribe them. And there are some Pokemon that conveys like different things.
Yeah.
Like there's a god Pokemon called Arceus. There's one that controls space and time. The one that controls space is Dialga. Oh, actually no, Dialga controls time. And then space is Palkia.
Okay.
But what she done is like sort of similar to Pokemon or like inspired by Pokemon.
Yeah.
With different type of mythological Pokemon. Like there's a abominable snowman Pokemon.
Yeah.
There's a Leviathan Pokemon.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, sun Pokemon, moon Pokemon, space Pokemon, all type of Pokemon that you can think of.
Okay.
So like some of your shows is kind of reminds me of Pokemon.
Right.
Which is one of my passion.
Really? Oh, I could tell you know a lot about this Pokemon. I heard about the Pokemon video game. People were running around the street with, you know.
Yes.
Maybe that's why. Maybe I got blinded by seeing people doing that, thinking it was like just crazy. But maybe now you telling me this information, maybe they've gotten a lot of their ideas from ancient civilizations or, you know, fringe topics like, you know, the Yeti or the Bigfoot or even I guess it sounds like even some of the ancient cultures which talk about things like time travel, altering time, all those things. Wow, it might be something I should research.
You'll be there's a lot of stuff that is related to each other or inspired from each other. In history or in also nature. But I find it fascinating that it's related to what you work on.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I never thought I was going to come here to talk about Pokemon, but, you know, hey, you learn something new every day.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I also know that you're a big music guy.
Yeah.
Yes. You produce your own music. What type of music do you produce and what message are you trying to convey with those music?
Yeah, thank you. I like to produce music that's going to teach people. So I call it edutainment. So I noticed that the kids or the younger people like trap beats.
Yes.
The trap beats is really where it's at. And so I realized if you understand the trap beat, the frequency of it and what gets people to like it, then you could put any lyrics on top of it. It doesn't matter what you're saying. You could talk about a dog taking a dump in the bushes, and if it's got a good beat, people are going to sing it.
Yes.
So I said, wow, this can be used as a powerful tool.
Yeah.
So I started developing trap beats on my own productions, and then I started lacing it with conscious lyrics. But lyrics that didn't sound like you were being preached to, lyrics that sound like just like the same garbage lyrics that a lot of these artists use, but with hidden messages in it, and it really took off. It did really, really well. We hit Billboard in 2018 for 8 weeks in 4 categories. And did pretty good with the album called Return of Enki. And the main artist on there was Donnie Arcade. It featured myself as Forbidden Knowledge, and it featured also another artist named Cruz. And I produced every song on the entire album, and it did really, 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 really well. So our main goal is to teach people, to get them to hear the beat, and then like the beat, and eventually they'll learn the words. And then when they start saying the words, they're gonna be like, "What the hell am I talking about?" And they're gonna look these words up. And now I got somebody researching. And now they're getting knowledge. And so I snuck the knowledge in on them like that, and it really worked. So now we have 340 songs in global distribution. Some instrumentals, predominantly most are rap or R&B, hip hop. We even have some hip operas with operas built in, and everybody's loving it. I mean, my songs are playing on Rolls-Royce commercials, Housewives of Atlanta, in shopping malls. I mean, you name it. So in a lot of ways, it's done really well. I mean, I think my music gets more streams than some rappers.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, because when you're talking about like putting some beats, some traps, and some lyrics, it kind of reminds me of one of my favorite comedians. Do you know Bo Burnham?
No, I don't know. Yeah.
Because like with your concept where you can make if it's a good beat, you can put like any type of lyrics on there. He made an album with his Netflix special called Inside Out.
Wow.
One of those songs was talking about microwave popcorn. Like he literally has a really good beat. And you talk about the process of making popcorn.
And it sounds good.
It sounds good, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. It's phenomenal.
It is phenomenal.
You know, because first you hear the beat, and then once you like the beat, then you hear the hook. So the hook has to be good. If the hook is good, you learn the hook first because it's the easiest thing to learn. And then gradually you learn the words. So nobody knows the words right away. They only know the beat, and then eventually they know the hook. So it's ingenious, and that you can use that method to teach anything.
Especially, are you updated with the recent beef?
Which one?
Like Kendrick Lamar and Drake?
Oh, I've been seeing people posting about it all over social media. Open your feed up. Everyone's going at each other. They're beefing. They're coming out with these I guess, you know, these rebuttals to what somebody else said, and they're posting them. I don't know how they can get these songs in distribution so fast, but they got them coming out left and right. It's
basically the same concept you said. They first off select their beats, and then the lyrics, and then with those lyrics, they sometimes have hidden meanings into them, like the entendres, those type of things. And afterwards, once those people listen to the lyrics, the beats, they go back again to study the lyrics. Because there's a lot of hidden meanings to it, a lot of silver shots. And it basically makes a very interesting song, and also interesting diss track as well. Which is something that I appreciate very much, especially with Kendrick, because he's more. He talks about he's a conscious rapper. Very in the culture. He is a culture as well. So
no, his lyrics are really, really conscious. I mean, he's done he's got a lot of really good hidden. He does triple, quadruple entendres. You know, this is why people are going and researching the information, because they're breaking it down. And it's a great marketing tactic that they've used to do this rap battle. I kind of think it's coordinated. It gets everyone going, get millions and millions of streams right away. Hey, listen, it's genius. I love it. I need to get in there.
You can diss track. Who you can diss?
I don't know. But it sounds like a lot of fun, especially when you're collaborating. It sounds like a collaboration. But hey, listen, they're doing phenomenal, and I wish them the best.
Hopefully, wish them the best, and hopefully nothing bad happening to both of them. We wouldn't want that.
No, definitely. Hey, what's up, man? All right.
Been holding it down? Yes.
Most awkward interview ever?
He's walking around with these, with these glasses. What's going on, man? How you doing?
Was it weird?
No, it's all good, man. I mean, he actually asked some good questions.
Yeah.
What'd you ask him about?
I did ask him about Pokemon.
Pokemon, and,
Yeah.
you know, and all kind of stuff. You know, but I'm a very scientific guy, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to get into it again?
Or the Pokemon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a little closer though. You're like,
I'm okay, man. How are you reading?
there you go.
Okay.
Ask him some stuff.
And some stuff?
Yeah.
You want to talk about more Pokemon?
Yeah. Just,
More about Pokemon. Come on, man.
or ask him. Let's get some stuff.
I mean, is your kid into collecting Pokemon?
Okay. 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 All right, Jeff. We're gonna go into Pokemon again.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What's it? Tell me.
Yeah.
Tell me about.
Yeah, what?
Tell me about. Well, tell me about.
Have you had one of these kinetics?
Oh no, I only drink water and coffee.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
These are ketones.
Yeah.
Ketones.
It's probably good.
It's very good for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I have to research
Where'd you get into Pokemon?
That was it, the beginning.
Okay, keep going.
I'm
You probably asked him about fucking quantum mechanics and everything. Now talking about what you like.
not yet.
They asked me good questions. I mean, you know, they were out. I've never been asked these questions. I ain't gonna lie.
Well,
Honestly, I was waiting for you to walk off.
Yeah.
Like, I thought for sure you were gonna walk off. Didn't y'all think that? Everybody was calling me. Just I've been watching the whole time.
Right.
And they're like, bro, he's fucking pissed. Like he is pissed, like beyond pissed. He's probably like, why the fuck did I come here? But no bullshit. We were just joking. This is what we do. We like to troll. He's a funny kid, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
First of all, I see the watch.
Yeah.
Big shout out. So that's beautiful.
Yeah.
What model is that?
It's the RM 001, I believe.
Damn, you doing good off the aliens.
I've been rich before aliens, man.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've been a millionaire for a long time.
Really? What'd you start off doing? You
And,
sell courses, did you?
No.
No life coach courses?
No. And this is I started a marketing company in really in the early 1990s, like 91, 92.
Really?
And I built it into just street marketing, you know, marketing for companies and corporations, you know, nationwide classified. This is pre-internet. Nationwide classified ads, setting up their TV commercials, getting remnant space for them on TV.
Well, you're a marketing guy like me.
I'm a marketing guy.
That's why you got paid.
Marketing guy.
Yeah, this is what we do.
Yeah, man. You know,
He's also
I started one of the very first .coms in 2000.
You did?
Yeah.
Which one?
I sold it in 2004. So .com marketing group. I started it in 1997.
.com marketing group?
DOTCOM marketing group.
.com marketing group.com.
No, .com. Yeah, and I just sold it in 2004. But I had built it up from 1997.
Yep.
And
I just met your wife,
was easy.
by the way. She was
Piece
like,
of cake.
what the fuck is going on, honestly? And I was like, I go, man, listen. It's literally been a bit. She's like, oh my God. I was literally wondering what was going on. She was like on the phone. She's like, I don't know where I'm at. These white boys are crazy. They got me doing the most wild shit. Like, I guarantee. How was your ride in? You met Henry?
Yeah, Henry, the driver.
He's great, right?
He's a good driver.
He's a nice. What did he pick you up in?
Escalade. Some kind of SUV.
You didn't bring the van, huh?
No.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
I know if I came to your house, you'd sent like the Rolls, huh?
I sent you the Rolls. I always pick people up in the Rolls Royce or the Bentley Flying Spur.
Exactly.
It's all good.
So what's up, bro? You been holding it down?
Yeah.
I heard you just been saying the craziest shit.
Not too crazy, but try to be.
Was it amazing, Sean? It's fucking amazing, right?
I mean, I got a ton of questions, like legit questions.
Ask some questions. Like, listen. Here's the thing that I like about Billy is that you should just fire off questions because he's probably one of the smartest. I think one of the smartest people on the planet.
I appreciate it, man. I know a few things.
And the things that he knows about quantum mechanics, the things that he knows about, you know, what happened with what we're talking about, the Book of Enoch.
Yeah.
Did you get into that?
Enoch? No, not yet. No.
Enoch.
They were just about to ask me about CERN or the LHC.
Oh, CERN. What do you think about CERN?
Well, they were asking about the Large Hadron Collider.
Oh man!
And,
you think we've been knocked into another dimension? We talked about this on the phone.
Yeah, it's possible. You know, at CERN, which is the largest machine in the world, right in Switzerland, runs about 4 miles underground. They smash particles together and they smash atoms and try to see what the primordial mix is a universe is all about. But they discovered that they were also able to create microscopic black holes.
Yeah, that happens. They're very, very, very thin,
and they disappear instantly. But
that's dangerous.
There's a lot of fear in that because people thought that the Earth could get sucked into one, and they were like, "Oh, we don't think it's going to happen."
You shouldn't fuck around. If you don't think it's going to happen, you probably should just not touch it.
Probably should not do it. Yeah,
right.
You know, I mean, that's my opinion too. But that's what they've been doing. But we don't know how those microscopic black holes alter our space-time continuum, alter our timeline, which is what we were just talking about a minute ago, timeline.
Yes.
And it's possible that we could shift into alternate timelines. It's possible that, those black holes, even though they disappear instantly, the energy they take in I think, creates a white hole on the other end, and that creates maybe another micro-universe.
Well, white hole?
Well, it's black on one side, but on the other side, it's white because of energy and light. No, Diddy. Okay, so
no, Diddy. Clip that. That's going viral. Speaking of Diddy and black holes.
So anyway, the point is that microscopic energy that's being sucked in from one side is creating energy on the other side in some way, shape, or form. So could there be tons of microscopic universes now because of this experiment we've been doing here? Mm-hmm. And are they expanding like our universe is expanding? If they are, how big are they now? So, it's just a lot of questions come up when you talk about CERN and the LHC. They have Lord Shiva at the front door, which Lord Shiva is walking through a Stargate. That's one from the ancient Indian text. Lord Shiva is there. They have a statue of Lord Shiva walking through a Stargate at CERN.
They do?
Yeah. Right at the front door.
No.
That's interesting that they would have that there.
Yeah. I mean,
that's
they know what
very
they're
interesting.
Doing. Yeah.
Do you believe in Stargates?
Oh, absolutely.
You do?
Yeah.
You think that we had Stargates? Where do you think that we were? I think they discovered a couple of interesting things, didn't they?
There's Stargates all over the world. Ancient Stargates all over the world. There's one at Tula, Mexico, at the Pyramid of Kukulkan in the back of it. I stood inside of it. They didn't go anywhere, but that's where the ancients and even the current people there said when you stand there, what he would stand there, he meaning Thoth or Kukulkan, would disappear.
Do you think that sound waves, like sounds, like a certain frequency, is what opens that?
No, I don't think it's frequencies. When you look at the information from the ancient Egyptians and even the ancient Sumerians, they had access to these stargates, and these gates, they had keys, and the key would be this Jed Pillar Ankh, D-J-E-D Pillar, P-I-L-O-A-R. It would be inserted into an Ankh base, and it was a condenser that was attuned to the subatomic frequency of your body. So it was like a frequency key based on your body.
So when you hit the ding...
Well, no. When the gate would open with whatever exotic energy they use to open the gate, if you didn't have that key...
Element 115 type thing?
I don't know if it's element 115. It would be tuned to your body's frequency. I don't know what they use to power the gate.
Got it.
But when you, according to the text, when you walked in, if you didn't have that Jed Pillar matching your frequency... This is in you have the Egyptian book of Going Forth by Day, which is the Egyptian book of the dead. You have this also talked about in some of the Sumerian tablets where they talk about creating something called a Duran key, a bond heaven earth, which allowed them to walk they say they can walk from one planet to home and back. And so when they walked through, they would disappear. You would die if you didn't have that frequency. Your frequency would be then somebody programmed your subatomic frequency, which is like your fingerprint, your atomic fingerprint, into the gate. And if you tried to walk in and your fingerprint wasn't in the gate and you didn't have the Ankh, you would be obliterated.
So it's pretty obvious that we have had ancient technologies that have been basically just wiped off. Where we're like, I believe, how many times do you think the Earth has been like kind of grown and destroying itself and grown and destroyed itself?
I can only go by what's been told by the ancients. Mayans say 4 times.
4 times. Do you think we're anywhere close to that right now?
We're heading into the 5th world, which will be the age of Aquarius by 2025.
Well, shit gets weird, right?
Yeah. Well, everybody's waking up. Everybody's asking these kind of questions.
I literally had this conversation. I was like, how come I feel like everybody's a fucking NPC?
Yeah.
like I'm serious. Like there are people who walk like this is gonna sound crazy. Like, I think I was talking to you when this happened. I was on the phone with Tyler and I was driving with somebody and I literally thought I saw a fucking plane stood still for like a minute.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And you don't remember me calling time? Like, yo, this plane was literally standing still twice a week. Well, bro, you know where we're at, right? You know Newport Beach is one of the most hot spots for UFOs in the world, right? Yeah. You do know that, right?
No, I do.
The Tic Tac was seen off the coast of out here. You guys see, I don't know shit about this.
I thought it was Area 51.
You thought, no. Area 51 is that's like, if they even exist anymore. What you're thinking about is probably...
Yeah. They have Area 52 now.
Exactly.
No, that's true. They moved everything to 52.
Yeah. Way past that. That's but they say out here...
Still out in the same area, but further away.
They say out here Catalina has a base underneath it.
Yeah.
An extraterrestrial base. Do you think that's true?
I believe it.
You do? think they're living in the ocean.
Caroline Corey, who did a documentary called Tear in the Sky.
Tear in the Sky.
I'm telling you, they're coming over that area for a reason. There's something they're connected to there.
Mm-hmm. You guys gotta watch it. Tear in the Sky.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to put you all to the bullshit. I promise we were fun guys, but I know you were like, what the fuck?
I was kind of like, man, this is weird. I'm just like, I mean, he's a good guy and everything, but I appreciate it.
Go sit over there for that.
But I didn't. I was like, man,
I love you. But you're the best.
All good.
So, are you working on a new TV show?
New TV show, Anunnaki, Ancient Secrets.
Are you gonna interview me?
But in the show?
Why not?
Let me see. Let's see what I can find that you can comment on as an expert. What are you an expert in?
Everything, huh?
Okay.
Pokemon.
Okay.
I'm expert in kinetic. No, but actually, I've been studying this for like a long time. That's why I want to interview you. Since I was like 12 years old.
Okay.
When I was 12, I told you I saw like a UFO, the triangle, and it scared the shit out of me. For some reason, I've been I fall asleep listening to Coast to Coast AM, old Coast to Coast AM.
Yeah.
So that's why I wanted to get you on. I just wanted to kind of mess you a little bit.
Yeah, no problem.
The interview's gonna be really serious, but there's some good clips in it.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about? What is the most thing you want to touch on right now? What is something that you feel like everybody needs to know that the messages you feel like is not getting out appropriately?
Well, I mean, your guy here was just talking about what's out there that the mainstream is still pushing. This is why I came out with that my information contradicts, and that's why I'm building this TV show, this docu-series, which has unlimited episodes called Anunnaki, Ancient Secrets Revealed. And the reason why
going to be on what channel is that going to be on?
Streaming on Forbidden Knowledge TV exclusively.
That's yours, right?
Yeah, my TV network. Yeah.
The guy owns a TV network. Do you know that?
Yeah. So
is that like Gaia?
Yeah, just like Gaia. Yeah.
You're on Gaia a lot too.
I'm on Gaia a lot. Yeah.
Who owns Gaia?
Yurka Satvi owns Gaia.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a billionaire.
Clearly.
Yeah.
There's a lot of UFO billionaire people.
Yeah.
I'm interviewing your boy too.
Which one?
The one you introduced me to?
Robert Grant?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Nice.
So I'm waiting for him to come back. He's in
Portugal
right now. Right. When he gets back, we're going to sit down.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
He probably won't go for a lot of the shit that I just did.
He's an interesting guy too, so I don't know. Yeah, he might not have the patience.
So tell us about your show.
Yeah, the show is basically about contradicting mainstream science.
Yep.
What I'm doing is going against what the mainstream has taught us about, the world being, the age that it is, and human beings only being 200,000 years old, and the pyramid only being a couple thousand years. All these crazy things that they tell us that I just don't believe are accurate. And so I'm basing my information on this docuseries on ancient tablets, ancient sages, verbal handed down histories from indigenous cultures all around the world. And bringing that to the forefront and asking those questions and bringing experts in as well to contradict some of the theories, like the age of the enclosure around the Sphinx. We know for a fact that the weathering pattern, the rocks now from Dr. Robert Schock, who actually is a professor, who is an geologist, says no. Do you think there's things that match up on Mars too? Oh, yeah. He says this is 13,000 years old. And if you look at Mars, you find things that are in Egypt on Mars. Not the same exactly right. That's similarities.
Can let me ask you something? Yeah. The Greys, do you think those are like drones? Do you think these aliens fuck? Honestly, because there's always no, I'm serious. There's always this inbreeding of extraterrestrial, you know what I mean?
Well, according to the Sumerian tablets, they had a lot of sex.
So they're smashing.
They had a lot of sex.
Someone down here just beating it up.
There's this one tablet that it kind of reads like soft. It reads like soft porn.
Really?
And they're sailing. Enki is sailing down this Nile with one of his other people. I think it was the person that takes all this transcribing or whatever. And they see these girls on the shoreline, so they swing over.
They pull up.
And they
pull up.
UFO
pull up.
Takes her, starts having sex with her right away.
No. Yeah. What text is this in?
It's in the Sumerian tablets.
Seriously?
I'm dead serious.
Come on, no bullshit.
No, I'm not. This what's in the Bible too. Look, the angels come down and they go to Sodom and Gomorrah and start having sex with women and men. They're having parties. They're getting drunk. They were wild back then. Huh? Super wild. Super wild. Super wild. The Anunnaki are in the Bible. They're called the Anak in the Bible. It says in their eyesights we were grasshoppers because these are giant people. So this information is not just like Sumerian tablets says, it's everywhere.
So do you believe in God?
Yeah.
You do?
I do.
You believe in Jesus Christ?
I believe that Jesus was a real person, but his name was Yeshua. When you say Jesus, you're saying Hail
Yeshua.
His name was Yeshua. When you say Jesus, you're saying the J is a new letter, by the way. The J didn't exist until I think it was 1800.
So his name is Yeshua.
His name is Yeshua. Jesus is Hail Zeus. It's Isus, and it means Hail Zeus.
You're way too smart for a lot of America. You know that?
I know.
No, I'm serious. There's some bullshit. Like, it's hard. Like, I'm telling you, people. I saw some interviews where some dummies literally interviewed you, and you were like, I watched you the whole time, and you're like, what the fuck? They just didn't know what to ask you at all.
I know.
We did a lot of research. I mean, I have like a fucking thesaurus of you that came on.
Yeah.
Like that I didn't want to ask any of those questions because I knew I would ask. So you do believe in God?
Yeah.
Do you think there's gods or God?
I think it is a creator of the universe, and I don't know if there may be multiple.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I wrote the book Fractal Holographic Universe, and in there I reveal the Matrix Code. And if you look,
Matrix Code?
The Matrix Code.
Do you believe we're in a Matrix?
Yeah, we're in a fractal holographic light matrix.
Is that why, you saw the scientists recently where the two tubes and the lights were in the two tube, and when you weren't looking at it, they kind of like...
The double slit experiment.
Can you explain that to people what that is? Because like that fucked me up.
Yeah. So they did an experiment, they're called the double slit experiment, where they have this tiny small box with a tiny microscopic gun that shoots one electron at a time through, in the box it's divided with a another wall that has two slits in it. So when you shoot this tiny little gun of one electron at a time, it should theoretically go through either one slit or the other, and on the back wall you should see little dots.
Right.
And so when they did it, it didn't happen. What they saw was a wave pattern. And it was like, wow, what is this? Waves? So they said, let's put a camera in there. They put a camera inside, and when they looked, it turned into the dots. When they took the camera away, it was waves.
So basically what you're saying is like when we're paying attention to something, things render in.
Exactly.
But if I'm not looking at what's going on in the background, right now, it doesn't really exist.
It's just a wave of potential. It doesn't exist. So, we are rendering every frame as we need it.
So decisions, in a sense, there's a multiple decisions that can happen based on how you're pretending on it, right? And if you're paying attention in the right way, right?
Multiple outcomes.
Kind of like, I would say being successful is really, you have to look at like opportunities are there and really pay attention to what's going on. Right. Would you say it's the same type of thing?
Same type of thing. It's just a fractal of what we're talking about now. If you understand that your thoughts are and your actions are creating a reality in anything that you do, even in the realm of just understanding the manifestation of our reality as it exists, right? You can say, you have a choice right now. You can create a self-reflecting prophecy right now by saying, I'm going to get up and walk out of here and never come back. And you can get up and walk out and never come back. You fulfilled your prophecy. Or you can say, I'm going to sit here and have the rest of this interview with Billy Carson, and you're here and you'll do it. So we have a lot of control. We just don't believe we have control over our reality.
Correct.
Multiple outcomes exist, and it's the one that you focus on is the one that manifests.
Yo, bro's in here in red bottoms right now. Yo, dude's in here like $2,000. I love you, bro. No one's got swag like you in the UFO community. Like nobody. No one even knows, right? These nerds don't know shit. They even pull up, be like, they have no idea what you're doing.
They don't know. Yeah.
Like the fuck.
And we do real business, I mean, we're taking our company to NASDAQ.
So we're doing real business. Yeah. This watch is crazy, by the way. I wore my bust down just to be like loud and obnoxious. But I got one.
I'm sure you got some nice stuff.
Yeah, I like those though. Yeah. You ever had to kick anybody in the face with those?
No.
Because those are crazy. You get a lot of death threats?
Death threats not from the government, from these wackos in the unconscious community.
No, death threats. Like,
no, I don't get them death threats. I get death threats though.
Do you actually get death threats?
Yeah.
From who? What kind of people?
Flat Earth people want to kill me.
Oh, the flat earthers?
Yeah.
Do you believe in the flat Earth?
No.
Like, what kind of shit is that, right?
It's just foolishness. Yeah, just absolute foolishness.
Where does that come from?
Somebody started it, and I think there's a CIA psyop, and drop it into the community to create, divide and conquer. And it worked.
Do you think Bob Lazar was real?
I think Bob Lazar was real because Element 115, he talked about that over 25 years ago.
Right, and then that scanner that scanned your bones, too? They found that shit, too.
Yeah.
What do you think, Tyler? You look like you were like interjecting over there. Like,
I wanted to interject so bad. You're so interesting, dude. You're like,
thanks, man.
The coolest person we've had in this room.
I appreciate it.
For like an hour.
Oh, man.
Yeah, no, I was more interested in like I'm sure you know like Graham Hancock and like the ancient civilizations and stuff like that. And have you read?
Bro, come over here. Come sit down. Yeah, come on. Go ahead. Come on. All right. Yeah, no, bro, come on. He's been dying to ask some questions. You cool with that?
Yeah, cool.
Have a seat, bro.
You want to sit in the middle?
What the fuck are you wearing? What are those shoes you're
I
wearing?
wasn't supposed to come in and do a podcast.
He's got Crocs.
Yeah, they're sock.
Bro, what are the pants?
Logo sockings. Shop sandals.
Yo, these kids are wild, dude. Can you imagine us wearing that shit? How old are you?
I'll be 53 in September.
Damn, you look good for 53, bro.
Thanks, man.
I mean, you're like Eddie Murphy, 53 good. You know what I mean?
Have you ran in anything that maybe hasn't been covered in terms of like the ancient civilization stuff that you think is really prominent, maybe in terms of like either like life in the stars or life prior?
There's a lot. First of all, nobody's talking about Tiamat.
Okay.
You know what?
Tiamat.
What's that?
Tiamat was a planet that was the fourth planet from the sun, not Earth.
Okay.
The third planet from the sun. It wasn't Earth. And so Tiamat was 4 to 6 times larger than Earth. And in the Enuma Elish and the 7 tablets of creation, it was destroyed and turned into the asteroid belt. And a huge chunk swung away and became the Earth.
Well, so it was habitable.
Yes. And so that's why.
Yo, this dude is fucking like super intelligent. You know that, right? Like he ain't no bullshit. Like I know we'd be seeing people who are like wackos.
Yeah.
That ain't him, bro. The guy's wearing an RM, bro. Come on.
Do you think that's what some of the ancient civilization stuff is? Like, or
Oh yeah.
oh wow.
When they go down into some of these deep mines and they pull up a hammer or dishes like vases that are like 300 million years old, that was because they were there when we were part of another planet.
Wow.
There was remnants of a civilization from millions of years ago when we were part of a whole nother planet.
So do you believe like the hollow Earth too?
The Earth isn't hollow like some people think, where there's a central sun. It has gigantic openings and caverns, almost like a honeycomb.
Really?
And in some of those giant honeycomb openings, you can fit millions of people in them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy. Do you believe like in the deep sea theories and stuff and like civilizations down there? Like
Yeah.
There's definitely, bro, 100%.
Absolutely.
There's definitely
Christopher Columbus in the 1400s saw a UFO come up out of the ocean. He wrote it in his captain's
He
log.
wrote it in his captain log. That's right.
It lit up the whole sky and took off into space. And that's in his captain's log.
wow.
And that's actually in his captain log.
Yeah.
Factual.
Yeah.
Wow, that's insane. And that's why, because I always
Look around you, bro. Like look around you.
I always just hear about the UFOs where you catch them on radar and then immediately they drop down. That's like,
Yeah.
where are they going to
You're like,
go, right?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
Lieutenant Braver, right? When he saw the Tic Tac, that shit was wild, bro. Let me ask you, why do you think our government is now like talking about UFOs? Like, yeah, we don't know what it is. But they're like saying it like,
They want to control the narrative.
yeah, and everybody's like, oh, Thursday, no Thursday.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they got to control the narrative because they want to monetize it. And if you want to monetize something, you got to control it. And if they're not controlling the narrative, then we're going to be able to get our own understanding of it, and we'll realize we don't need them. Now, if they control the narrative, they can have a fake alien attack.
That's why they call them UAPs right now, because like UFO is such a joke now. So they call them UAPs, right?
From UAP, but one of these UAPs is going to attack one of our own ships, and then they're going to say, we need $10 trillion to go to war against these aliens.
Space Force, right? That was like
The Space Force.
with Trump. Wow.
And we're going to
Trump or Trump or Biden?
I'm not a politician.
Come on, bro. Trump. Let me
Let me tell you what I do. Every 4 years, I go to the booth, to the voting box. I get in line and wait. When I get to the front of the line, you know what I do? I take the blank ballot and write my name on it and drop that in the box. I'm the president every time. Every 4 years, I literally am the president. Yeah,
I love this guy.
I believe it wholeheartedly.
Do you believe Donald Trump's going to help save America, make America great again?
I believe in myself. I don't believe in anybody.
Do you think Trump's a racist though?
I don't know what he is. I mean, I tell you what, he's a straight up guy.
Do you think
What you see is what you're going to get. I don't like people that hide what they're doing behind the scenes.
Do you think Biden's a weirdo?
Biden, I don't like the way he touches little girls.
Oh, let's go.
I mean, that's just my thing.
Clip that. What time is that at?
I got 2 daughters. I don't like the way he touches little
Yo, bro,
girls.
fuck with you. How old is your daughter?
One's 34 and the other one's 31.
You got a 34-year-old and 31?
I got 5 grandkids.
How old are you again? How old is
I'll be 53 in a
How
few
old
months.
you had your first kid?
17 and a half.
Damn.
Do your kids give a shit about the aliens and about, or is that dad's thing?
They think you're wacko.
Two
honestly.
of them. Two of them.
Think you're crazy?
I got 6 kids. 3 of them actually. 3. I'm sorry, 3. 3 on understand 100%. The other 3 don't.
Interesting. That makes sense.
The other people like, we don't give a shit what you're talking about.
Yeah, right.
What made you get? I'm sure you've told this many times, but what made you get like so invested into this? That made you want to devote this time?
Yeah, I saw a UFO in my backyard in 1977.
Wow.
Right? What kind was it? Was it the triangle?
No, it wasn't a triangle. It was like a not quite an egg, a little bit longer than an egg, but not quite a cigar. Kind of in the middle, glowing metal, and it cleared the horizon in seconds, and it was completely silent. No wings, no fuselage, no
So
cockpit.
what do you think they're doing? Do you think there's? I don't. See, here's the thing. I think those are like drone kind of UFOs that are just setting out to do shit. Like,
In 77, I don't think they had drones.
no, not government drones. I think they're like drones from UFOs. I think there's like a mothership.
That's what we would do.
Yeah, I think there's like a mothership above our atmosphere, and then like they send shit down to
Yes,
like. You know what I mean?
absolutely they do that. They did that at Rendlesham Forest.
Oh, that shit was crazy.
Yeah, they sent drones out to scan the area and collect data on a military base.
That's insane.
They sent drones, what I believe were drones, to missile silos. They call them nuclear flights. And these flights are where the nuclear bombs are actually located, these intercontinental ballistic missiles. And they actually would go there and deactivate the nukes in broad daylight. And this was testified by the guy who arms the nukes.
Yeah, they shut down like 5 of them.
And this was approximately when?
This is back in the 1980s.
He testified.
That's great.
Where does probing come from?
Probing.
Like you know, they're always like, oh, like it's like every UFO is trying to put things in your ass. Like, yeah. Like, what is that? I don't understand that.
That was primarily I talked about with the gray aliens.
Yeah.
And
A lot of gay aliens out there.
Supposedly,
people's butts.
supposedly the grays are cybernetic. They're not biological like us, or they may be even silicon based. And what they're doing is they believe that we have an eternal life. And they're trying to merge their genetics with ours, or their biology with our biology, so they can actually create a hybrid that can have eternal, that can live forever beyond its programming.
Whoa. That's a lot.
So you think that's why they're probing people?
Yeah.
So they're actually probing people.
Yes. When you have over 7 million people saying that they've been probed,
How many?
over 7 million.
That's a lot of molesting from
That's a
aliens.
lot.
Can you like? So is it the Greys we look out for?
Betty and Barney Hill, one of the most famous ones.
I remember they're from Maine. By the way.
Black and white couple got taken on a ship, got prodded and probed, holes in the dress, guy's clothes came a little torn up. They remembered through hypnosis that what happened, and she drew on a piece of paper the star system that they said they came from.
They did. That's right. That was
And they
crazy.
discovered it later.
Was it Zeta Reticuli? Was it Zeta Reticuli?
Zeta Reticuli.
And it was accurate?
It was 100% accurate. She drew a binary star system, which is fucking crazy. What? You know what a binary star system is?
I'd imagine just
Okay, don't worry about it.
2 stars that orbit each other.
You sell shoes. That's fine.
Wow, that's crazy. So let's pivot just a little bit from the gray aliens. How do you feel about commercialized space travel, whether it be like with Elon or with anybody else? Do you feel like that's like plausible? If you do, how long do you think we're there?
I love it. I think it's going to be great. Now, I'm not a big fan of Elon's idea of how to do it. Too many moving parts. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've got to send an advanced ship that's got to go, and it's got to attach to another ship in space. And then that's got to travel to Mars, and then another part's got to detach and go to service, go to the service, and it's got to do this and that. Then it's got to come back and wait to rendezvous with another capsule. It's just one mistake.
The liability, yeah.
I think we need to develop space ships that really fly, like Virgin Galactic.
Yeah.
You know, he's underfunded, but if he had the right funding, I think he could do something serious. A plane that you get in and take off to space, flying where you're going and come back.
Yeah, Richard Branson.
That's the key to commercial space travel, no?
Oh,
0 point energy, just fucking for everything.
Extracting energy right from the ether.
How many times has the government destroyed 0 point energy from people's possessions?
They've stolen them.
Like many times, right?
Many, dozens of times.
Wow.
And killed a lot of the inventors, or shut them up and put gag orders on them.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Anything really scary that's ever happened to you?
The scariest thing has just been this one lady that was stalking me.
Really? What was
Amelia, and if her last name was some weird name, she changed it.
Is she in jail? Was she here?
She was Baker acted, and she just got out though.
She was what?
Baker acted. That's when they put you in crazy home.
Oh, shit! If I GM her right now and tell you here, freak out.
Listen, this lady's probably watching.
You know, my boy. My boy has a stalker.
She's a serial stalker.
She want to shoot me in the head and boil me and eat my organs. Oh. I reported her I got her on with my attorney, and I got CC'd my attorney and the CC'd the FBI. She's going to kill all the FBI agents. She's going to eat them, and she's going to kill the attorney, eat him. And
So Tyler's got a stalker.
she was showing up at all my events around the country. This was the craziest funded woman, and everywhere I was, she was there.
You think she was rich?
She had to be, but she walked barefooted everywhere she went. I had to file a restraining order. I won the restraining
That's a fucking
order.
odd thing. It's like,
But that was.
did your
crazy.
stalker walk barefoot?
How effective was the restraining order, though?
It didn't do anything. She showed up at the Ritz-Carlton because she thought I lived there. I was just doing a conference there. She showed up there at the ballet area with a gun.
Oh my!
No fucking way.
I wasn't there that day. Yeah.
Is there a lot of money in the UFO space?
Only if you understand business. If you're into marketing, most people in the UFO space,
They're just idiots.
not idiots. They're just into the content or the information, but not specifically into learning
Right.
how to make money doing it. They don't know. They're probably not entrepreneurs.
Can I ask you a real question?
Yeah.
How much money do you think you've made in this space since you started?
In this space, well, I'll just tell you, my pre-money evaluation on Forbidden Knowledge Inc. is $50 million right now.
Goddamn. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Be honest. Are you ever coming back to this podcast? Don't lie. It's okay. Like, no chance, right? No chance.
You have to meet me on my side of town.
Yeah, he's like, fuck that. I'm not ever coming back to this crazy shit. Billy, thank you so much for coming, bro. We really appreciate you. Man, you've been amazing. Thank you for dealing with that bullshit for a minute. But we were just having fun.
Yeah.
I just wanted people to see you in a different light because you're always so serious. It must be hard being that serious all the time.
I have a lot of information in my head, so it's hard for me to,
Relax.
Yeah.
And zone out because you're going to Doogie Howser mode I'm serious, bro. You're gonna I'm serious. So I appreciate you coming. You didn't have to. You're really popular right now. You're getting hundreds of millions and millions of views. You're growing by 60% across all socials monthly. I don't know if you knew that, but I actually did my research. Nice. He's a phenomenon. So thank you so much for coming to the Simplistic Podcast. We appreciate you, and thanks for coming, bro.
Hey, let me know when this comes out. I'll share it.
Absolutely.
You ready? Ready when you are. I spent time in the game.